Here's 2 tips to increase the power of your serve. Most people think that to serve harder, you should tense up your muscles and prepare for impact, but that's actually not the case. To get effortless power, similar to other overhand throwing sports, like football and baseball, keeping your arm loose will act as a whip. Think Federer, one of the most underrated best servers of all time, super relaxed, super fluid. And the key is to keep your wrist loose. So how do you do that, you might ask? Well, it's the opposite of what you might think. So hitting hard, you don't want the racket to fall out of your hand. So you might be grabbing it as hard as you can so it doesn't fly out of your hand. But you actually don't have to worry about that as long as you have a few fingers on the racket and a semi-loose grip. The racket's not gonna fly out of your hand and you'll get a lot more effortless power. Now, most people are taught with the tennis serve that you should toss the ball right over your head because that's where the pros toss it, and you don't want to have any other toss because one toss will disguise your serve to your opponent. They won't know where you're serving. So one toss for everything right above your head, good to go. And while some pros do that, other pros actually don't. If you look at Nadal, for his slice serve, he tosses it way off to his left. Why does Nadal toss it way out here for his slice serve? Well, so he can get more slice on the ball. It makes it easier for him. And it doesn't matter if his opponent knows where the ball is going because the slice is gonna be too good and off the court anyway. Now, when we're talking about power on the serve, where do you think you might be the strongest? If you toss the ball above your head here, or if you toss the ball a bit more to your right, right above your shoulder? I don't find many people talking about this at all, but I've had great success with this and so have my students. So I'd recommend, if you want more power on your serve and you also want your shoulders to be in a safer position, to actually toss the ball way further to the right than you would think, even for a flat, hard serve. Like that. So the next time you go out on the court, remember these 2 things. Keep your wrist nice and loose by holding the racket loosely, and toss the ball over your hitting shoulder and really exaggerate it. At first, toss the ball way off to the right if you're righty, and the other way if you're lefty, to really get used to this if you're someone that's used to serving from right above your head, and I know you'll get a bunch more power.